Welcome back to the farm. My name's Roz, also known as Passion Flower, and you'll find me here each week talking about my farming and creative life. So, what is with this weather? We have hot, sunny days, and you think, oh, this is lovely, this is how spring should be. And then we have weird winds and storms and so much rain. So we're predicted to have another round of storms this coming weekend, more flooding. It just feels like it's never ending right now. So we got our power back on last Sunday after 10 days without power. I didn't think that it was going to come back on the Saturday. And we had 4 trucks arrive on Sunday morning. They had driven all the way from Benalla. So they were sending crews from all over Victoria down to the areas that were affected by those last terrible storms to help to finish up all of the works and get everyone's power back on. So that was a little bit crazy. And once they were here, it didn't take very long to get it fixed and going again. And it was just so lovely and such a relief to have it back and not have to think every time you needed to do something that required electricity. All 3 of the lambs are growing so much bigger. It's amazing how quickly they just get big. They're still small in comparison to fully grown sheep, but just the progress that they've made over the last couple of weeks has been really, really huge. They're all also getting really used to the morning routine. I am now down to only feeding Hurley 150 ml of milk in the morning, so really only just a little splash, just to keep him happy for a little while longer. But soon it will be no more milk, just out into the paddock in the morning, and I think he'll be okay with that. He's not looking for any more now. He's just happy to have it. It's a bit of a treat. The 3 of them are also starting to get a little big for the little space that I have in the green shed. I think they'll be able to last a few more weeks, but they are starting to outgrow it. So soon I will have to get that gate hung on the shelter so I can then turn that into their nighttime sleeping spot for a little while longer after they stop using the green shed. But I'm not sure if it's going to end up being a job for this weekend because, as I said, it is supposed to really rain and be more horrible storms and high winds. And I really don't want to be out in the weather doing that. It's not an urgent job. I think they will be able to stay sleeping in the green shed for a little while longer. And mentally, I think I still want them to for a little while longer. But it's something that I need to start thinking about and getting ready for. And hopefully, by the time both of us are ready, I will have the gate on and I can then transition them out to be sleeping in the shelter in the paddock at night, and then me just going in there and opening it up and letting them out in the morning and putting them back in there in the evening. And hopefully that will become a good routine for making them safe and keeping them warm and dry and comfortable at night. And of course, I did more lawn mowing this week, this time my section of the backyard. And I did use the push mower again, but this time it actually wasn't by choice. We'd gotten in there with the ride-on mower and started, but the engine has blown up and it's going to take a little while to fix. So that means that all of the grass within the backyard and around the shed is going to have to be done either with the whippersnipper or with the push mower for a little while. And that's hard work. So we're going to have to do it really quite frequently to keep the grass low enough so that it becomes an easier job. Already I'm looking out at the grass around near the shed, and because of this absolutely crazy weather, it's long already, and I only mowed it on Melbourne Cup Day. So that's going to end up being a bit of a constant as long as we can get some drier days where we can actually get out and get it done. And the garden out here is going absolutely crazy too. All of that water and sun My nasturtiums have gone completely crazy, so that's really good. They're filling up a nice bit of the bank and creating a nice ground cover. The one thing that I haven't done, and I need to get my act into gear, is to get our summer veggies planted. So I'd left one of the beds fairly empty, and I just had some snow peas and some broad beans in there. And I thought as soon as I got the summer veggies that I was going to plant, I thought that I'd kind of use them as a bit of green manure and dig them back into the soil, add some more hay and a little bit more soil and probably some compost. And then I would plant zucchinis and tomatoes and a couple of other things like that. So I need to go back to my local lady who I normally get my seedlings from. I'm probably a little late, so I'll have to see what she has, and hopefully there's still some things that I'm able to plant. So if I can get onto that in the next week or so, that will be really good, so that we have those veggies that we love to eat over summer. First to what I'm wearing this week. This is the Love You Baby Shawl by Suzanne Summer. It is a triangular shawl with lots of brioche, and this was my first attempt at brioche, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. It is three colors. The yellow is not mine, but another indie dyer. I don't remember what it was, but I'll link it if I can find who it was. And then I've got the other two are mine. So that is Jewel C, and then the light purple that's up in here was a mistake color. It was a much lighter version of your turning violet. So these colors together are really great. I love the pop of yellow with these more sort of muted colors. And it's a nice one. It's got lots of thickness because of the brioche. So it's nice and warm on a horrible, cold, rainy day like today. So I've been working on plying my kaleidoscope box by the Coloured Wool and Fibre Company. It is slow going, but I'm really enjoying it and it's coming out really pretty. The colours are working up how I thought they would. I'm getting some of it matching together colour on colour, and then I'm getting a little bit of a blend either side where the colours spun a little bit longer or shorter on either of the bobbins. So it's going to be really great when it's finished. It's reasonably consistent. Um, I'm still learning how to be 100% consistent with my spinning, but it looks pretty good, and I think it will end up being a really lovely shawl. I've been searching for the perfect pattern for it. Haven't found it yet, but I've still got time because I am not very far through yet. I'm just doing a little bit at a time and really just enjoying the process. The bobbin's filling up a lot more quickly than I thought it would. So I might have to wind this off into probably maybe 3 or 4 sections rather than 2 that I thought I was going to be able to do. But that's okay. Because it'll just knit up the same. I just have to weave in the ends as I go and just make sure that I just wind it all in the same direction when I'm doing the project, so that I still get that gradient all the way through. The only knitting I've been doing is on my bed socks in the custard colorway in the Zalana Cozy, and I am almost ready, I think, to put in the ribbing at the top. So I've got this much of each ball left, so I could go a lot longer. But when I fold it over, and that's kind of my gauge, I'm getting close to being near the toe. So I might knit all the way to the end of the toe and then do some ribbing after that. And that should be long enough to be a good length up my calf to keep my calves warm, and to be able to tuck my pajamas into my socks so that I can keep myself warm at night. Well, that's it for another week. Thanks for spending some time with me. If you're enjoying these videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and look forward to seeing you next week on the farm. Bye.